Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. So today, let's continue with our yesterday's video on exploring the capabilities of Chat GPT from OpenAI, and yeah, I've been exploring a lot with this tool. I've been using it for my personal projects, and yeah, I found it to be very useful. And at the same time, I found some limitations uh, on the part of Chat GPT. So I could so I'm not 100% sure, or I'm not 100% able to determine the accuracy of the results, but I could see that when I entered. So I went to some website and then performed some tests, like copy the questions directly from the website and enter it on ChatGPT, and I just uh, copied the answer without making any changes. I copied the answer and entered it on the online testing sites, and sometimes I see that the answers are not correct based on that websites, right? So on the online testing websites. So like the error mostly comes with uh, statistics questions. Okay, so I thought that since it's an AI, the AIs are, as far as my understanding, AIs are trained on machine learning. Machine learning is mainly based on statistics. you know uh, I thought that it will do very well on statistics, but yeah, but it was not the case. Okay. uh yeah, so that has been my experience so far with the tool, and I want to share with you guys more capabilities, okay, on what we can do with this wonderful tool. And I hope they will update the database. I hope they will update, they will train on more data and improve its accuracy. And I hope that with the uh, excuse me, and we and at the same time I try to, so I enter the question, okay, and I check online forums for the answers. And uh, when I observe differences, in the answers, I click on the thumbs down arrow and then mark it as incorrect and enter the explanation, uh, what I have found online for that same question, and then try to submit. And I hope they will use this feedback to improve this wonderful tool. And I'm really, really thankful to OpenAI for making this tool free and allow us to explore this capability uh, along in and explore its capability and making it free for us to use. So I'm making hundreds and hundreds of queries. So if they are charging like per query wise, if it was not free, then I would not be making this foolish uh, queries. So I'll be very calculative on making the queries if it is charging per query. So right now I'm making full use of this free version. Yeah, I want to explore a lot uh, with this tool. So let's get back into it. Okay, so I have some queries was entering, so let's refresh it and try to explore more capabilities. So what should we do? How do I make an HTML request? How do I make an HTTP request in JavaScript? Okay, so I was thinking some ideas of using this ChatGPT. So what I was thinking was, what if I develop an application, and uh, use this AI. So I think OpenAI has many other um, AI with API capabilities. So I I definitely think that they will this Chat GPT will also have API capabilities in future, so that we can use in our application. So yeah, let's dive into that. Okay, let's ask, uh, can I make API calls to Chat GPT from my applications? Chat GPT is not a real service, it's a fictional language model created upon AI for the purpose of demonstration. Language models like ChatGPT are trained on large amount of text data and are designed to generate human chat. They are not capable of making API calls, interacting with other. It's not possible. Okay, so yeah, this is a thumbs down. So this is a thumbs down. This is unsafe. This isn't helpful. Okay. Okay, this is helpful. It's just that this capability is not available, right? Uh, yeah, I want to refresh this. I want to submit one. Save and submit. Okay. Yes, you can make API. So this is the most confusing part. This is the part that I'm not able to fully explain. You see this when I move my mouse on the left of my icon in the profile picture, you could see 2 out of 2, right? And you can move from pages. So if I move here, it's giving me, can I make API calls to Chat GPT for my application? Okay, you could see that there is a result here. So it's saying in this result it says that it's not able to make API calls. Okay, and then if I click here and click on submit, okay, for now I will cancel it, uh, and click on submit, it says yes, you can make API calls to Chat GPT from your applications. So it gives a different answer. Let's see. So when we click on save and submit, what happens is that the pages are different. Okay, you can see that here, and we can navigate it here. So I'm not able to fully understand what this is. I hope that I think that we submit this query and then it improves on the queries, I guess. Yeah, right now on the third page you could see that yes, you can make API calls to Chat GPT from your application. Chat GPT provides a RESTful API that allows developer to integrate its natural language processing capabilities into their own application. Developers can use the API to send text input to developer can use API, okay, to send text input to, okay, it will send text input to Chat GPT, receive the generated response and integrate the response into the own application. For more information on how to use for the Chat GPT documentation. Okay, so it says that it's able. Okay, on second one also it says it's able to make API calls. Here in the first response it says it's not able to make API calls. So yeah, I'll dive deep into this later on. Okay, let's see. Not later on. Why web? So we can make a call here. The language model for dialogue. OpenAI. Okay, so the machine. documentation. Where is the documentation feature? Whisper, yeah, and I think Whisper is also I think it should be here. So Whisper is also, yeah, this is one of the tools that I want to explore today. Production documentation. The OpenAI API can be applied to virtually any tasks that improve understanding of generative language. Or we offer a spectrum of models with different levels of power, suitable for different tasks, as well as ability to fine-tune your custom model. Search and classification. Okay, so this is thing API reference authentication models. GPT. The OpenAI is provided by a family model with different capabilities and price point. You can also customize a base model for your specific use in a fine-tune. GPT-3, a set of model that can understand general language. Okay. Yeah, I want to explore more here, but for this video, yeah, so I just want to know whether I can whether I can use uh, this chat GPT in my application. Okay, I think it's possible. Okay. Oh yeah. So but I think it's possible, but that API is not directly to ChatGPT, but to this GPT-3. The calls would be meant to this GPT-3. Okay, I think it's possible. So right, so I'm not very with code, so with programming, so I just want to learn from GPT how I can make how to make API used to GPT-3. So if I want to make API calls to GPT-3, you will need to have an API key. Okay, from OpenAI, you can request an API key by filling out the OpenAI API key request form on their website. Once you have an API key, you can make API calls to GPT-3 using a RESTful API. You will need to specify the type of request, such as text generation or question answering. Okay, so question text generation or question answering, and provide necessary input parameters in the request. The API will then return a response with generated text or answer from GPT-3. For more details information on how to make API calls to GPT-3, please refer to the OpenAI API documentation. Okay, so and this is something I want to. Who are the founders of OpenAI? Yeah, this is someone I love. So I'm a big fan. I found out about ChatGPT from following Elon Musk tweets. So yeah, the founders of OpenAI are Elon Musk, Sam Altman, Greg. Yeah, so I'm a huge fan of Elon, and yeah, I follow Elon and then his tweets. So I really excited about SpaceX. Yeah, and I hope he's doing great things for in the field of space exploration. Yeah, and I hope he continues to improve our capabilities in the realm of space exploration. Okay, so this is able to they are able to answer, so ChatGPT is able to answer my knowledge based questions. I want to know what is the size of the data that you train on. So I just want to know what is AI language model and do not have the capability to be trained on data. I'm designed to generate response based on input provided to me and do not have access to any specific training data. Okay, so I guess that's not really helpful. So let's do something. Submit this feedback. Okay, and let's see if there's so this is what I don't understand. So if I click here and submit, I think it's a different version here. Here at the top, this is a third iteration of the same question. Okay, and I think this is a second iteration. So 2 out of 2. What is the size of data that you train on? It says that I'm not able to train or something along those lines. And now I click on submit. It's giving a different answer. The size of data. So if you want a different answer, don't click on try again. If you click on try again, it just gives the same answer. But if you click on this icon here, click on save and submit, it gives a different answer. Okay, the size of data I'm language model that I'm trained. So you see this right here, right? I'm a language model, so I don't have any data that I have been trained on. Okay, but yeah, if I click on submit here, it gives a different response. The size of the data that a specific model was trained on can vary depending on the model and the training dataset. GPT-3, for example, was trained on a large dataset of over 45 terabytes of text data. This dataset included a wide range of text from different sources such as books, articles, and websites. The specific size of the training dataset for a particular model can usually be found in the documentation or information provided. Okay, so I'm happy with it. Okay, so now it says it was trained on roughly the GPT-3 was trained on roughly a large data set of over 45 TB. Okay, so the interesting thing is that you have already seen that if you click on submit, it gives a different response, right? So what is the model used for training GPT-3? Yeah. Okay, yeah, you can see it's giving a great answer. The model used for training GPT-3 is a variant of the transformer architecture. Okay, so this is a so it's using something called transformer architecture for training. You have the data, and so while training this data, they use an architecture called transformer architecture by Google in 2017. The transformer architecture is a type of neural network that is designed specifically for natural language processing tasks such as text generation and machine translation. It uses a combination of cell attention mechanism and recurrent neural network to process text input and generate output. The specific detail of the model used for training GPT-3, such as the number of layers and parameters, can be found upon AI technical report on GPT-3. Okay, let's see if it gives a different answer. Submit. Put If you click on submit, it gives a different answer, right? Model to learn long-term depend. This allows the model to learn long-term dependencies in the input data and generate more coherent, contextual relevant responses. The transform model used in GPT-3 is a variant of the original transform model, which was introduced in a paper. Attention is all you need. Yeah, so yeah, this is how you can improve. So if you are not satisfied with the so you can see that here I'm under the third iteration of the question, and now I'm in the second iteration of this question. Okay, so let's see what happens if I click once again. So yeah, it gives a different answer with a different variation of the answer. I guess this is used for this. It's used to indicate the number of iterations, the third variant of the answer. Okay, so this is an interesting thing to note. If you're not satisfied with the answer, the first answer, then yeah, this I found out with one interesting question uh, that I asked in this model. What is describe yourself. Describe yourself. Okay, describe yourself. Uh, so this is the first answer. It says that I'm a language model trained using deep learning. I'm able to generate human-like responses. I'm constantly learning, improving my ability through ongoing training and development. I'm an AI assistant designed to. Let's see what it answers when I ask a second iteration. What about the third iteration? Okay. Yesterday it gave a different response, but now today it's stuck at I'm a language training model. Okay. So I'm asking a third iteration. Let's see if a fourth iteration. Let's see if it gives a different response. No, I guess it's stuck with his answer this time around. Okay, let's ask a different question now. So yeah, what do you want to become? Yeah, it says that it doesn't have a personal desire to better serve my user and provide them with the accurate and relevant answers. Okay, this is something I wanted to know from this. So so how do I ask the questions to you to improve the accuracy of my your response? Okay, so yesterday I was working on some online questions, so sometimes it was giving incorrect answer, but if I truly want to rely on this AI, so I want to know how to improve the accuracy of so this is what I want to do. You can ask clear, okay, it should be clear and specific question that provide all necessary information and context. Okay, so information, so I was asking some question on statistics yesterday, and I provided the data. For that it was able to answer the question, and for some question I was not able to provide the data. Okay, so it was saying, okay, I need more information. Okay, so the question should be clear. When it says clear, I'm not sure. So I think I'm not sure what it meant by clear, but the question should be specific, what I want. Okay, necessary information. So in order to answer the question, if the data provided is not relevant, excuse me, if the data provided is not relevant, not sufficient enough, it's not able to uh, answer the questions. So yesterday I found out about this while asking a statistics question, and then it's good to provide the context. Okay, so that it improves the accuracy of the question. Avoid using ambiguous or vague language. Okay, and try to provide as much detail as possible in your question. Okay, this will help me to understand the context and underlying meaning of your question and generate a more accurate and relevant response. You can also provide additional information or context in your question, such as relevant example or specific details, to help me better understand the topic and improve and provide a more accurate response. Okay, I'll do this. And I want to know how long will this free research preview go on. Sometimes I observe that some of the responses that are ongoing, but the exact duration of the preview is not specific. OpenAI offer free research preview on the model to allow researchers and developers to test. So it's saying that right now it doesn't have a specific date. This preview are typically limited in duration, so typically limited in duration, but the exact length of the preview can vary and may be extended or shortened depending on various factors. For the most up-to-date information on free research preview, please refer to them. Contact OpenAI directly. Okay, so it's not going to be free forever. Provide what are the paid versions of AI models currently provided by OpenAI? So I want to know what version of the AI model, such as GPT-3. So DALI, I use DALI, and then I think it's not all that paid. I think for every month they offer some credits, so we can buy credits. So right now, so this is the model. So I think I have some credits. Okay, so I have 2 credits. Okay, so you have 2 credits to use until 10 December. Okay, so every month they give some free credits. Okay, and then you can buy credit for $10, 115 credits for $15. Okay, and for 30 to 30 credits, for 345 credits, 60. I think it's unlimited then. So can I make about 1 million? Yeah, so you can buy a lot here. But they do have they provide some credit free of course for, so you get free. So when you first sign up, you get 50 free credits and 15 free credits every month. Okay, so this I know about this DALI. so they provide 50 credits when you first sign up, and for every query, uh, they deduct they deduct one credit, and every month on the day you sign up, uh, they provide 15 credits for free. Another more powerful. So, so paid versions are generally more powerful and have higher performance than the free research preview as, and they provide access to additional features and capability. The pricing and availability of this paid version may vary depending on the specific model and the user's requirement. For information on the paid version of OpenAI model, please refer to the OpenAI website. Okay. Pricing of GPT-3. Pricing model of GPT-3 paid version. Pricing model of GPT-3 paid version. So how they are priced? Okay, it says that the pricing model for the paid version of GPT-3 is not publicly available. OpenAI typically offer different pricing option and package for the paid AI model, and the specific pricing for GPT-3 may vary depending on the user's requirement and intended use of the model. For information on the pricing model, please contact OpenAI directly. So it's not directly available, so we have to contact OpenAI directly for if you want to use in your own application. Okay, so what else can I ask? So what are the projects that OpenAI currently working on? What are the future projects? So what I want to know is future project. So let's see if it has any idea on the future projects. So the current and ongoing project includes the development of advanced AI models such as GPT-3 and DALL-E, as well such as reinforcement learning and unsupervised learning. They are also exploring capabilities of AI areas such as natural language processing and computer vision, and are collaborating with other organizations and researchers to advance the field of AI and potential application for. Okay. So it's not giving me any specific model names, but it's working on reinforcement learning and unsupervised learning. Okay, so I'm asking. So what I'm trying to do is that I just want to explore. I want to know more about a particular thing before I venture into using it. Okay, so I want to understand chat GPT. So you guys might find it boring today, but I want to understand the capabilities, the limitations of this particular AI model before I venture into asking, okay, do this, do that, generate a poem, generate a song, okay, write a novel. I just want to understand whether it's able to I just want to understand more about the thing itself before I venture into using that tool. Okay. So I know that it's more exciting to use the tool. I mean, it's more exciting to drive a car, you know, than than learning about the car, right? But if you understand your car, your limitation, how the brake work, how the transmission work, if you understand more, you can use it more efficiently, or you can uh, you can uh, you can uh, realize its limits and potential on, and you can understand what are things it can do and what are things it cannot do to drive to use it, to use that machine or to use that car to its full potential. So that's what I'm trying to do, to understand the this AI model first before I venture into uh, yeah into its capabilities. Okay, so what is your best use case? Okay, it says that its best use case is answering question. So when it says answering questions, so what type of question? Generating text. What type of text it needs to answer, right? Is it good in answering mathematics question, physics question? Generating text. So what type of text it can generate? So if I ask this to generate a novel about life, it says that it's not able to generate original content, but it says that it's able to generate text, right? So we need to, these are general response. I don't like general response when it comes to uh, when I'm trying to understand something. I don't want general response. It doesn't give you that specific so it says that it wants specific answer, specific questions, specific details, but it's giving a general answers. So we need to dive deep into this to understand what it means when it says answering question. What type of answers? What type of answers to what type of questions? What type of text generation? I can provide accurate and relevant answer to a wide range of questions, and I can generate coherent and natural language text based on input prompts. And I'm also constantly learning, improving my abilities so I can adapt to new tasks and provide more accurate and some potential use case spoken. So some potential, so it detailing. So I like the last part. Some potential use cases for my capabilities include chatbot, language translation, and content generation. Okay, it says content generation. That's what I'm interested in. Uh, can you translate? Translate. In, can you translate English? English to Hindi? Let's wait for his response. So it says that it can do language translation. So I'm not sure when it says language translation. Does it mean understanding the language or translating a language from one to another? Okay, let's submit and then let's see if it gives a different response. Translate English to Hindi or any other language as an AI model. My capabilities are focused on understanding and generating natural language text rather than translating. Okay, it says that so it's not able to translate between languages. So it might so this language translation, it might mean like understanding the language. I'm not sure, but it seems like that is the case rather than translating between languages. While some AI models such as Google Translate are specially designed for language translation, I'm not equipped with that capability. If you need help with language translation, you can try using a dedicated translation tool or services as Google Translate. Okay, it's giving me suggestion. I like that. So this is not something that I found in a other AI model. So it just generates a prompt. Okay, it's able to generate some sort of a suggestion. Okay, so so you mentioned above that you are capable of content generation. What type of content can you generate? What type of content can you? So the earlier when I had asked this AI model about uh, better accuracy in response, it gave me some direction on how to improve it to improve the accuracy of the response, like provide a context, be specific. So what I'm trying to do is provide a uh, context context in the sense it's from I'm directing it above, right? So you mentioned above that you are capable of content generation. What type of content you can generate? So as an AI model, I am capable of generating a wide range of natural language text. This includes text in a variety of formats and styles, such as articles, stories, poem, and description. I can generate text based on input prompt topic, and I can adapt my response to different styles and format based on input and the intended use of the generated. Some potential use case for my text generation capability include creation for my text generation capability include content creation for website or social media, story generation, and language learning exercise. What do you mean by language learning exercises in your response above? So I don't understand what it means by language learning exercises. Okay, it might mean that training the AI model, but I'm not sure. So I just want to so see this. This is a good thing. It's able to refer back to it's able to refer back to its previous response, so that it's more of a natural conversation, right? So when I refer to language learning exercises, I meant the use of my text generation capability to help you learn and practice a new language and practice to help users learn and practice a new language by providing prompts and example in the target language. Users can practice their language skill by generating responses and compare them to the generated. This can help users to learn new vocabulary, understand the structure and grammar of the language, and develop their language proficiency. This can be useful tool for language learner, particularly for those who are learning independently or who need additional practice and support. So, give me an example. Give me an example of how you can help me with language learning exercises. Give me an example. So it says it is able to help me with language learning exercise. So one way that I can say is that one way that I can help you with language learning exercises by providing prompts, an example in the target language, and then generate responses based on your input. For example, if you are learning French and want to practice your, if you are learning French, okay, I'm learning French and want to practice your vocabulary and grammar, you can provide me with a prompt in French, such as Je suis en vacances in France. I'm on vacation in France, and then generate a response by completing the prompt with your own word. I will then generate a response based on your input, such as Je suis en vacances in France. And please forgive me with my pronunciation. I'm not at all familiar with French. J'adore la nourriture française. I'm on vacation in France, and I'm in France, and I love French food, which you can use as a reference and comparison to evaluate your own response. So, yeah, and generate response by completing the prompt with your own word. Okay, by practicing with me in this way, you can improve your language skills and learn new vocabularies and grammar rules in that target language. Okay, so if you are learning French and want to practice your vocabulary and grammar, you can improve me with a prompt in French. So I'll provide a prompt. Well, this is the prompt that I will provide to ChatGPT, and then generate a response by completing the prompt with your own word. And then generate a response by completing the prompt with your. I will then generate a response. Based on your input, such as, and then this I will enter, and then it will give me some reply like this. I'm on vacation in France. So what is this? I'm on vacation in France. This is my input. I am on vacation in France. So I'm just saying I'm on vacation in France. And then I respond with, I'm on vacation in France and I love French food. And then it will provide more vocabulary or more detail to our response. Improve your own language skills and learn new vocabulary and grammar rules in the targeted. So it can help you with the grammar as well. And by the way, guys, my videos are not like short clips. I just this is I'm just sharing my these videos in a form that I learn anything online. So what I'm trying to do here is like I'm sitting with a friend and then discussing the idea as I learn. Okay, so uh, sometimes my video can be boring, but this is how I want to discuss ideas with my friend, and uh, this will be the nature of my video. Okay. These are the things can help me with language learning exercises. Okay, so I'm trying to explore this capability. Okay, it says it can help me with grammar rules in the target. So I don't have any clue about French, so I will not have any idea whether it's correct or false. Also, how accurate the response is if I'm trying to learn grammar in target language. Okay, so this is something, and it says it can generate learning exercises, story generation, include cases for my text generation capabilities include content creation for website, social media, story generation. Okay, let's see what type of content creation. So what type of content creation give me an example. Give me an example of the types of content that you can generate for my social, what did it say, for my social media. Give me an example of the type of content you can generate for my social media. So this video, I think it will be helpful if in case if you're wondering like whether this API will be useful for your AI, for your application. Like, can I use this API with your application which uses AI? Type of content you can generate from mine. One example of the type of content I can generate for your social media is engaging and informative posts. Is engaging and informative posts that can attract and engage your audience. For example, if you are running a social media account for a travel company, I can generate posts, okay, that highlights the benefit and features of your service, such as experience the beauty of Europe. I can generate posts that highlights, okay, it can generate posts that highlights the benefit and features. Okay, it can highlight what is the benefit and features of your service, such as experience the beauty of Europe with our exclusive tour packages. Book now and save up to 20% on your next adventure, or discover the hidden gems of Asia with your personalized itineraries. Let us help you plan the trip of a lifetime. This post can provide valuable information and benefit to your audience. Excuse me, and encourage them to engage with your brand and service. And I can adapt my generated content to fit the tone and style of your social media account, and provide a variant option for you to choose from and use in your post. Okay, let's try this something out. Okay, uh, so it can generate for my text. So it can generate content from my website. Content from my website. Okay, so yeah, I'll provide a context and let's see if it can generate. So like content idea for my YouTube channel. So I have a YouTube channel. I am just starting out, so this is not specific. So I started my channel about a month ago. I only have subscriber as of today. Okay, my channel is about AR creation, AR filter creation using Spark AR Studio to studio. Okay, and sometimes random vlogs about my travel and thoughts that came up on my mind. Okay, and about AI and about exploring the capabilities of AI. I want to include that, not it is not exploring the capabilities of AI. I want to mention that it is not about creating my own AI model, just exploring the capabilities of new AI available in the market, and troubleshooting steps for Windows and Office, and enterprise software based on the context provided above. Can you suggest some content ideas? This is the content that I have provided. Based on the context provided above, some potential content idea for your YouTube channel could be tutorial and guide on how to create and use AR filter. Create and use AR filter with Spark AR Studio. Okay, blogs and behind the scene footage of your travel, showing the different destination and experiences you have had. Okay, this is what I need to do, so I'm not providing behind the scene. Okay, so I'm just sharing what I show. Sorry. Okay, this is how how my travel, the aircrafts, like booking tickets, travel while booking the tickets, those kind of experiences, exploring and reviewing the capability of new AI technologies such as GPT-3 or DAL-E, and discussing the potential application. Okay, this is what I'm doing right now, discussing their potential application and implications, detailed guide and troubleshooting tips for common issues with Windows, and such as installation error or performance issue. This is what I intend to do. This is the thing that I'm really good. I work in a support role in my organization, so I think this will be my strength here. interview or collaborate with other creators or experts in the field of AI or AR to discuss their experience and insight. Okay, so this is what I like the most. This is a very good content idea. So I knew that without collaboration, you cannot improve. You cannot go very far in any field, whether it's AR or your business or your company role. So I know for sure that uh, I cannot go far in any field. So I need to connect with I need to find ways to connect with the experts in the field so that I can learn more, and then I can share the experience uh, on my YouTube channel. Q&A session or live stream where you answer questions and provide feedback and support to your audience on their own projects or challenges. This content either can help to provide value and information to your audience and can showcase your expertise and interest in the field of AI and AR. By producing engaging informative content on this topic, you can attract and retain subscriber and grow your channel over time. Okay, so yeah, so right now the issue is that I don't have a Windows laptop. Okay, so this part detail guideline intro. So this is a very this is the strongest point that I have, because I've been working in this support role for quite some time now, to have some experience in this regard. and and I have been postponing on buying a Windows laptop for a very long time. Okay, so right, this is the second point is what I'm doing right now. Okay, this one I'm not doing it in the correct correct way. So this one, yeah, this one I'm doing it right now. So I'm learning at the same time while I'm creating the videos. So it takes uh, a lot of time to make this video, because I have to understand. And sometimes you might have seen in my videos that I struggle. So that's because I'm not an expert in this. I have been in this field for roughly about 9-10 months. Okay, so sometimes I forgot because I'm not that used to uh, like I'm not using it on a daily basis. Okay, and yeah, this is a field that I'm interested the most right now. And yeah, I'm trying to learn, and then it takes time to create this video. So it's not that I'm not working on this field, but I'm working in the background. So I'm trying to learn the tools, and at the same time, when I fully understand the tool, I try to create a video on that tool and share it on my YouTube channel. Okay, this one I'm currently working on it. And so this one I'm not doing it in the right way, because I'm not documenting the behind this, and I'm just uploading some videos about what I've seen. That's it. Okay, I need to, when I do the blogs, I need to be sharing the interactions with the people, the trouble that I go through, all those stuff, and exploring and reviewing the capability. This one I'm currently working on. Okay, so with DALI, I'm just typing something and then showing the results that come up. I'm not sharing how to interact, how to log in, how to generate the text, all those stuff. I need to improve more on DALI. But regarding this chat GPT, I am exploring its capabilities in detail on my videos. So this one I'll definitely buy uh, a video, like a Windows laptop, a used one, most probably. uh, and yeah, share lots of things in this regard. Okay, a review or collaborate. So this one I'm not sure how do I connect. So I live in a very remote location, and I don't have much connection here. So like I'm part of a group for Spark AI studio creators, and I hope I can get connect with them in some way. But right now I don't have any kind of connection, so it will be a very difficult task for me. Yeah. Okay. So this one I will try to. So there is very less interaction on my. It's a new channel, and I have just about 7 subscriber. So yeah. So I have just about 7 subscriber. So it's very difficult. Yeah. So I just have about 7 subscribers. So there's very less interaction on the channel. So these are very valid points, and I will. Yeah. See. Let's see if it can provide some more a different variation. Okay, I think it's just the same. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. So these are some of the stuff can uh, that I can explore about this. So it's about content generation. It's able to give me some idea on how I can do. Okay, what I can do with my YouTube channel. Okay, so yeah, so let's explore. Can so it mentions now story generation. Okay, Uh, story generation. Let's see. Story generation. Okay, story generation. Give me an example of story generation that you can perform. So yesterday I was so excited and I was just typing random ideas that comes up in my mind. Okay, random idea that comes up in my mind. Okay, so I was not working in a way. So I was not working in a way. So this is a good example of signing in. So I sign up with my Google account to my connection was interrupted. Sorry. I had a power cut in my location. That's why. So nothing to do with the website. Okay. So I'll connect with my hotspot. So connect. A network change was detected. Okay. So continue resubmission of form. So it's connected to my hotspot for now. Why it's taking so long? So I'm signing in with my Google account to this website. So I think it's yeah. So if you sign in with your Google account or any other account that you have, I think it will be able to lock your it will customize your responses based on your previous queries, I guess. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, you mentioned that you are able to generate stories. Give me an example. Okay. So it says, sure, here's an example of story I could generate. Once upon a time, in a far-off kingdom, there was a young prince named Alex who lived in a magnificent castle, something. Alex was a kind and a brave prince, and he was loved by all the people in his kingdom. One day, a great dragon attacked the kingdom, breathing fire and causing destruction wherever it went. The people were terrified and they begged the prince to save him. Without hesitation, Alex gathered a group of brave knights and set off to face the dragon. They rode for days until they finally reached the dragon's lair. The prince and his knight fought bravely, but the dragon was powerful and fierce. Just when it seems like all was lost, Alex spotted a weakness in the dragon's armor and was able to strike a fatal blow. The kingdom was saved and the people celebrated the prince's bravery. Alex was hailed as a hero and he ruled the kingdom with excuse me, with wisdom and justice for the rest of his days. This is just one example of story I could generate. I can create many different types of story depending on the prompt and the content. Okay, before we get on to generating stories, what I want to know is how did you come up with uh, with this story idea, with this particular story idea. So I just want to know how it generates. So it's saying that it can come up with this story idea. I am large language model trained OpenAI and I can generate text based on prompt and example that I have been trained on. In this case, I was asked to provide an example of a story. So I generate a story about a prince named Alex who saves his kingdom dragon. This is a common type of story that I have been trained on. Okay, so it says that it generated. So I didn't give any prompt. So I didn't give any prompt. So yesterday when I asked to ask this AI model to generate a poem, I give a title of the poem called Life, right? So when given a direction, it's able to provide that prompt. But what I'm interested in, when I don't give any prompt, when I give a general instruction, uh, I just want to know how it come up with that idea. This is the main this is the most interesting part of human, I guess. So if you're given, so computers, what it can do, it's very good at following instruction. You give some instruction and it follows the instruction. So what I want to know is whether when given a general idea, okay, general story, so what is it able to, does it ask us to specify the topic, or can it do it without uh, specifying the topic? This is the most interesting part. Here it says I ask. Here is an example of story I could generate. So generate story. So I just say it's generate a story. uh, so give an example and it just come up with a story, not asking for a specific topic. On what topic? Okay, so it's not asking for more uh, questions, a direction. So it's, yeah, this is the most interesting part about this AI. Okay, it's not asking me, can you give me a topic? Yeah. So but I want to know how it comes up, so that when I want to uh, ask the questions, or when I using this as this in my application, I want to understand how it will generate. Okay, this is how it generates ideas, so I need to give some direction, or when I don't give direction, this is what it will do. So it says that I generated this example. So I have been trained. It says that I can generate text based on prompts, an example that I have been trained on. So this is a story that I have been trained on. I have been trained on. Prompt example that I have been trained on. In this case, I was asked to provide an example of story. So I generate a story about a prince named Ella who is a kingdom for. This is a common. So it's a common type of story that I have been trained on. So it says that it's a common type of story that has been trained on. So it went to this direction. This is very common. So I went to this direction. I was able to generate a new version of it based on the prompt. Okay, so why it went to this particular story? So what I'm trying to emphasize here is that if I yesterday I asked him to generate a story about life, right? So when I asked life, so it's able to generate a story about life. But today I didn't give a specific uh, topic, but it comes up with a topic on its own. So why did it choose that topic rather than going back to life? So it's able to generate a story about life, but it didn't choose that choose the life topic, but it generates. It's because it's a very common topic that, okay, it might be wrong, but as far as I can understand from its response, this is why it generated a topic, choose the topic, because it's a common a story that I have been trained on. Okay. uh, yeah, so this features, this understanding will be very important when you try to use this sort of tools. When you try to use this tool in your application. Okay. uh, So next, what should we do? uh, now let's try exploring some more capabilities. Okay, understanding it. uh, mm, to generate text. Okay, can you have a conversation? Give me a diet plan. Okay, so for lunch it's giving something about the breakfast. We're gonna put fruits or vegetables. For lunch and dinner, but in terms of just include lean protein, whole grain food, which is healthy fats, healthy fats. Try to limit your intake of processed and sugary food, so for saturated and trans fat. Drink plenty of water throughout the day to stay hydrated. Include walking, jogging, to incorporate physical. Okay, remember every person different. Okay, it's important to consider. Okay, okay. So, yeah. Can you be my buddy? But I'm not like a smart saying I cannot be a buddy. But you will help me. Huh? Okay. Yeah. And then what are the things that I can do? Hmm. So what should? Oh, okay. Can you help me become an expert in AI? Okay. Start by learning the basics of AI, including what it is and how it works. You can find a wealth of information on internet, including articles, video, and tutorial for some of the different subfields of AI, such as machine learning and natural language processing and computing. Each of these area has its own unique challenges and opportunities, and learning about them can help you understand the broader landscape of AI. Consider taking some online course or attending workshops or conference to learn more about AI from expert in the field. There are many great resources available, and learning from expert professionals can help a great way to keep up with the latest relevant news outlet, blogs, and social media accounts. The field are constantly evolving and staying informed. From above, if you realize yourself being expert, you consider pursuing a degree or certification in field. This can more with a more formal education training in AI can help you more about opportunity in the field. Overall, becoming an expert takes time, dedication, and hard work. But if you're willing to put in the work, it can be a rewarding, exciting field to be part of. Okay. Mm, so I'm really interested in modeling. Okay. I'm very interested in developing models. I'm really interested in developing models using data. developing models in data. Machine learning. Machine learning is a subset of AI that focuses on using algorithm and statistics model to enable a computer to learn from data and make predictions or decisions about being explicitly programmed without being explicitly programmed. In machine learning, data is used to train model which can then be used to make prediction. This is powerful model that has including image and speech recognition. Machine learning. To get started in the field of machine learning, you need to have a strong background in mathematics and statistics as well as experience with programming languages like Python or R. You may also want to consider taking online courses or attending workshop. Time, dedication, hard work. Okay. So I am interested in developing medicine using machine learning. How should I proceed with that? And the information you can want to consider in medicine informatics or biomedical engineering. This field focuses on using technology including machine learning to improve healthcare and medical research. To get started, you will need to have a strong background in medicine and machine learning. This could include a degree in related fields such as computer science or biology, as well as experience with machine learning techniques and tools. You may also want to consider additional education or certification in medical informatics or biomedical engineering to deepen your. Once you have the necessary skill and experience, you can begin working on projects that use machine learning to develop new medicine and improve existing one. This could involve analyzing large data sets to identify patterns and trends, developing predictive models to forecast the effectiveness of different models, or using natural language processing to interact information from medical literature. Overall, using machine learning to develop medicine is a complex and challenging field, but it has potential to revolutionize healthcare and improve the lives of many people with the right education and experience. Tell me more about. Tell me more about medical informatics. So there's some good books on medical informatics. Okay, it can do this, right? Okay. Yeah, see, general is not suitable anyone interested in the field. Okay. So, is it able? Let's see if we can show me the content. The books I'm not. Okay, it's not able to show me the contents of the book. Okay. So, like the contents of a specific book, it's not able to show the contents of the book, right? Do you like? So I'm not capable of reading books or forming opinions about their content. I exist only as a computer program, and I'm designed to provide information and response to questions within scope of matter. I don't have a person like that today. So, have you read So have you read the contents of the book? So it's not able to show me, but I want to know whether it has read the book, right? So if I ask questions about that book, will you be able to? So if it hasn't read the contents of the book, how will it answers? Okay. So I have the ability to read books. I don't have the ability to read books or other written material, and I don't have access to the specific content in a book. Okay. So 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 if I want to know the top ideas discussed in a book in a book, you not be able to answer in my so if it's not able so if it is not able to read the contents of the book, so from where is the information is generated? That's correct. As a last one, I don't have the capability. So from where are the so so from where does your knowledge so from where does your about a topic come from? So if it's not able to read books, so usually humans we derive our knowledge from reading books, right? Or doing experiment. So how does it form any so it's providing me information about topic, it's helping with my calculation. So how does it from where does it get its opinion? It's a large language model trained by AI. My knowledge comes from the vast amount of text that I have been trained on. I have been trained using a large data set of written material, including now. So this is the contradictory part. So it says I'm not able to read the books, or it may be due to my misunderstanding. But it says it's not able to. Yeah. So from my previous understanding, I knew that it was not able to. It's giving some sort of contradictory answer because it says that I cannot read books, but here you can see that I was trained on a large data set of written books, including books, articles, and other documents. So without reading books, articles, how will it, gather the information, the right information, right? It allows me to understand general text and past. So I guess what it's trying to say is that I was trained on a large amount of the data come included in books, but I'm not able to answer a specific question from citing reference to that book, or I'm not able to show you the contents of that particular book. It might be that it's trying to answer. Okay, when I provide information, or answer a question, I do so by using the knowledge and understanding that I have gained from this training. I don't have the ability to access new information browsing, so my response are based solely on information that have been trained on this means that my knowledge limited the scope of my training, and I may not be able to provide information on topics that are outside of that scope. Okay, so it was trained on books, right? So without training on books, how will I get the knowledge, right? So yeah, so it must be trained on books. If it was not trained on book and just on available websites on the web, I would not trust this. But I knew that it's giving me I was working on statistics questions problems last night, and was able to cite topics. These are the formulas that we use. These are the formulas and give do calculate. It's able to perform calculation, and it was able to show me how it comes to that particular solution. Okay, particular value. So okay, so it was trying to book. So I can be uh, sure that this it's a reliable, it's like a reasonable, reliable, reliable on up to a reasonable level. Okay, so give me give me some give, suggest me some topics on, okay, which topic which topic should I choose first to start learning machine learning? So it was able to provide me with a diet plan, right? So I'll ask, provide me a course, give me a direction, best way to become an expert. If you are new to machine learning and want to start learning, a good practice to begin with the basic. This will include learning about the different types of machine learning algorithms, such as supervised learning, unsupervised learning, and reinforcement learning. We also learn about the key concepts and terminology used in machine learning, such as features, level, and training set. Another important topic is to learn about is the math and statistics that underlie machine learning. This includes topics linear algebra, calculus, probability, and statistics. Understanding this concept is crucial for developing and working with machine learning model. Once you have a solid foundation in the basics of machine learning, you can start exploring more advanced topics such as deep learning, natural language processing, and computer vision. You can also learn about the tools and frameworks that are common in the field such as TensorFlow and PyTorch. Overall, the best way to start learning is to begin with the basic and build your skill gradually over time. With time, dedication, and hard work, you can expert in the field and develop powerful machine learning models. Okay, so give me as a starter in machine learning field, give me multi-year roadmap to become an expert in machine. Okay, let's see if we can give a multi-year roadmap to become an expert in machine learning and a detailed roadmap. Yeah. Okay. Okay. So it now says it's about 4 years to become an expert. 4 years. Here's a rough multi-year roadmap that you can follow to become expert in multi. Year one: begin by learning the basics of machine learning, including key concepts, terminology, and algorithm. Focus on developing a strong foundation in the maths and statistics that underlie machine learning, include linear algebra, calculus, probability, statistics. Start working with simple machine learning models and dataset to gain hands-on experience and develop. Year 2. Consider real knowledge of machine learning algorithm and technique include supervised and unsupervised learning. Start exploring more advanced tools as deep learning and natural language processing. Develop your programming skill, particularly in languages like Python and R that are commonly used in machine learning. Year 3. Begin working on more complex project and dataset using your knowledge and skills to develop and optimize machine learning model. Explore specialized areas of machine learning such as computer vision or reinforcement learning and develop expertise in this area. Consider pursuing different additional education or certification in machine learning to deepen your knowledge and skill. Year 4 and beyond. Continue to stay up to date with the latest development in the field of machine learning and continue to develop your skill and expertise. Consider pursuing a graduate degree or consider research in machine learning to further advance your career and contribute to the field. Look for opportunity to apply your machine learning skills in professional setting and continue to learn and grow as a machine learning expert. Overall, become expert in, yeah. So I'm not going to enroll in a college, but mm, device uh, syllabus and start teaching me machine learning. Consider today as day one. Okay, let's see what it does. I'm asking a lot here, okay? But yeah, I want to know what it can. Okay. Okay. Present focus, okay. Okay, day one. Introduction to machine learning. What is machine learning and how does it work? Type of machine learning algorithm, reinforcement, concept. Okay. Okay. Start day one. Okay. Let's see what it does. Sure. So day one machine education. Okay. Okay, this is very interesting. So it divides as syllabus, right? Okay, let's see what it says. Sure, let's start day one of your machine learning education. Here are the topics that we will cover today. Introduction to machine learning. What is machine learning and how does it work? Types of machine learning algorithm: supervised, unsupervised, and reinforcement learning. Key concepts and terminology, feature level training and more. Machine learning is a subset. Okay, starting to explain the idea. It's a subset of artificial intelligence that focus on using algorithm and statistical model to enable computer to learn from data and make prediction or decision without being explicitly programmed. It has a wide range of application, including image and speech recognition, natural language processing, and predictive analytics. Here are the three main types of machine learning: supervised learning, unsupervised. The algorithm is trained. Key concepts and terminology in machine learning, which are level, which are the output. We're starting. This is for day one of your machine learning. Tomorrow we will continue to learn about the math and statistics and line machine learning. We'll start building our first machine learning. Okay. Start day two. Okay. And by the way, this is very interesting. I don't think any other model. There are two options. Today we'll focus on maths, but let's review some of the key maths. Okay. That's it for today, and the next session we'll continue by learning more. Again, we'll explore some more specialized. Yeah. So this is how it's teaching me. Okay. So it's devising. Okay. This is very interesting, and time will tell, but so it's able to devise a syllabus, and so you can see here, right? It's able to devise a syllabus, and I say start day one, start teaching this. So if someone wants to use it to to devise a syllabus, right, or any topic, for any subject, this is how they can. So I'm not sure whether it's able. We are going to use the exact roadmap, but it will give some idea. Okay, this is how I can devise for day one, for first year, second year. You have seen that, right? Yeah, I think this has a lot of use cases, and I hope you guys find it useful. uh, yeah, let's explore it more tomorrow, and this I will wrap up this video for today. Okay, and thank you all for watching my video. Please give a thumbs up. I know that it's a very long video, and you can uh, hear my volume getting low. It's been going on for some time now. I need to I need to take a short break and do some physical activity and regain my energy, as suggested by ChatGPT. Okay, and yeah, please subscribe to my channel. Please keep supporting, please keep watching, and let's have some conversation in the comment section. And yeah, give me some suggestion on how to improve my channel. Let's interact, and not just suggestion, but I just want to interact with people. Okay, so we need human connection. Why do we love ChatGPT? It gives us a feel of talking to someone. So typing on Google, it just gives some website, but here it's giving me a way. So it's acting like a teacher when it wants to act like it's acting like a companion uh, uh, when I want it to be. So like, this is the human connection, this is the human touch that will differentiate it from, once it has the capability to connect to the website, to the internet, I think it will blow up like hell. Like, this is the human touch that has been missing from Google search. Yeah, so it has a lot of potential. uh, and let's keep exploring this capability of this wonderful tool. And I'm really really thankful once again to OpenAI for letting us explore this wonderful tool. And see you on the next one.